of competition by being a champion of character through the 5 core character values the NAIA embraces, which are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. We ask each of you as a participant, umpire, or spectator to abide by these values by creating a positive environment in which our athletes may participate, our officials may work, and you, the spectator, may enjoy. And now, let's meet today's starting lineup. First for the visiting team on the scoreboard, Missouri Valley. Leading off, playing center field, number 22, Jacob Stafford. Batting second, the shortstop, number 6, Josh Fells. Batting third, the catcher, number 9, Anthony Corona. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 2, Andrew Skinner. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 8, Trevor Duffy. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 4, Lucas Deeroff. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 13, Josh Harton. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 1, Bryce Burnett. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 25, Colton Perfect. On the hill this afternoon for the Vikings, number 35, right-hander Logan Faber. The head coach from Missouri Valley is John McEachern. And now, the starting lineup for the Pioneers. Leading off, playing shortstop, number 1, Clayton Brandt. Batting second, the right fielder, number 5, Trent Sullivan. Batting third, the center fielder, number 9, Jordan Eckley. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 25, Seth Leeser. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 14, Nelson Santiago. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 11, Santiago Romero. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 17, Kelvin Perez. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 6, Blake Roberson. Batting ninth, the catcher, number 44, Brandon Marrero. On the hill this afternoon for the Pioneers, number 12, right-hander Carlos Vargas. The head coach for the Pioneers, Ryan Thompson. Baseball fans, we ask that you please rise, remove your hats as we honor America with our national anthem. Your umpires for this afternoon's game is assigned by the Heart of America Athletic Conference, Josh Nolan, Scott Birch, Robert Nicholson, and Sean Bolte.
Blake Robertson at third, Kelvin Perez in left, Jordan Eckley in center, Trent Sullivan in right. Seth Leeser is your DH, which is interesting, and we'll get to that in a second. For the Vikings, Stafford in center. This is their lineup. Stafford in center, Fells at short, Corona behind the plate, Skinner the DH, Duffy at third, Deerhoff in left, Harden at first, Burdette in right, Perfect at second, and Logan Faber on the hill. Logan Faber shoved against the Pioneers in the home doubleheader for the Pioneers. We played these guys, I don't know, 6 weeks ago or so and split that doubleheader, and Faber got the win 7-1. Pioneers couldn't do much against him. So we'll see what we got today. We are ready to go. Vargas on the hill facing the leadoff man, Stafford. Pioneers are the home team, and their first pitch, that looked like a breaking ball, and it was fouled away. It's 0-1. I am MNU Sports Information Director Chad Jenkins. Flying solo today for the most part. Eric Montgomery might join us later. Who knows? The Missouri Valley SID, Andy Pulverenti, also calling the game across the press box, so we don't want too many voices going. That breaking ball misses down and away. It's 1-0, and the sprinklers just came on in center field. That's great. Outfielders take cover as I don't know who's in charge of that, but someone needs to let him know, and they need to start scrambling to turn those off. Obviously, those were scheduled to start at 1 p.m., just as this game was. So let's get jiggy with it. Vargas and Robertson played a little catch. I'll take this time to tell you about what's interesting about the DH. Carlos Vargas is the 4-hole for the Pioneers, and he has been for the last 2 seasons. And when he's the pitcher, he's usually the pitcher / designated hitter. Who's in charge and who needs to know? I don't care. But with the way both Seth Leeser and Nelson Santiago are swinging the bat, both being left-handed, Coach Thompson wanted both of them in the lineup. And in order to get your best defense out there, including those 2 guys, including Vargas to go to third as an option later in the game, this is the lineup that was conceived today. And these sprinklers are still going. And if they don't come off in the next minute or so, it might be too wet to play out there, and they'll have to give us 10 minutes or so to let them dry off. And we're 2 pitches into this game. It'd be a really weird way to start this game. And that would be a tough break for Vargas, who's hot and ready to go, and now all of a sudden you lose your edge a little bit. You're taking a break, and you got to fire it back up. Carlos Vargas has started every game in his Pioneer career in the last 2 seasons. He's the only Pioneer the last 2 seasons to start every single game. This one will count, but this is the first time he hasn't been in the offensive starting lineup. I don't anticipate him going 9 innings, so when he does come out of the game, he'll go to third. And if the pitcher goes directly into the field, then you don't lose your DH. So Leeser will still be in the 4-hole. Vargas will either replace Robertson or Santiago Romero in the 6-hole or 8-hole. And so we'll have Vargas in the lineup later in the game, in the lower half of the lineup. Sprinklers are off. I don't think there will be any further delays. And we're ready to go. That took a little too long. What do you think? It's 1-1. Eckley is checking his area in center field, making sure he's able to plant and not slip and fall and all of that. Perez is going over to join them. They make sure they have their footing. If they're saying they're good to go, then they'll be good to go. First pitch was fouled off. The second pitch taken for a ball, and we are ready to go once again. If you're just joining us, we just had a sprinkler delay. And we're back to it. The 1-1 from Vargas. Swung on and missed. Strike two. Stafford on the season. Comes into this game hitting .349. He's got 11 doubles, 2 triples, no home runs, 26 RBIs, and this is 42nd start. That pitch grounded weakly towards second. Marrero over to handle it, flips it to first, and gets the out.
Shortstop, number 6, Josh Bell.
Santiago Romero is a nonchalant type defender. He takes his time. He never rushes. He's always relaxed and cool. And once he looked up and saw that Stafford was almost there, he had to fire it hard to Santiago. And Stafford slid into first, which slows you down and possibly cost him a closer play. That'll bring up Fells, the shortstop. Breaking ball taken for a strike. It's 0-1. Fells on the year, hitting .301, 50 were for 166, 7 doubles, a triple, 4 homers. That one's right back to the mound. Vargas snags it. He's a really good infielder by trade. First team all-conference third baseman announced last night, and he makes the play no problem.
How about it? The catcher, number 9, Anthony Corona.
That'll bring up Anthony Corona, the catcher, and he's only started about half the games for Missouri Valley. This is his 25th start. He's hitting .366, 2 doubles and a homer, 35 RBIs in 24 games. That's pretty impressive. That ball's smoked into right center. It'll get down for a single. And that's a 2-out base runner for Valley, and they will have a courtesy run.
The designated hitter, number 2, Andrew Skinner.
Number 27 goes into run. That is Candel, or Candale. Candel. Right, I remember that name. I'm sure I had several of his baseball cards in the 80s and 90s. Casey Candel. That will bring up Andrew Skinner, the designated hitter. He's had a really nice tournament. First pitch taken for a strike. It's 0-1.
Skinner gets on, it'll be Trevor Duffy batting number 5 in the lineup for Missouri Valley.
That pitch misses down. It's 1-1.
Vikings do like to run when they possibly can. Standing over at first base.
Vargas comes set, peers in for the sign, and throws to first. Candel is 2 for 3 on the stolen base department. This is a good time to run. 2 outs in the first. Vargas holds a little too long, and time is called at the plate. Skinner hitting .393 on the season. He leads the team. 6 doubles, a triple, and 6 home runs. That 6 home runs also leads the team. That pitch misses. It's 2-1. Grounder towards short. Brandt handles, flips to second, and that'll do it. A 2-out hit, stranded, and the Pioneers will come to bat in the bottom of the first.
Through the top of 1, nothing's our score. We'll be back right after this.
Welcome back to Joplin. Pioneers will send to the plate. This is their lineup. Clayton Brandt at short, Trent Sullivan in right, Jordan Eckley in center, Seth Leeser, the designated hitter, Nelson Santiago at first, Santiago Ramiro at second, Kelvin Perez in left, Blake Robertson at third, Brandon Marrero behind the plate.
The shortstop, number 1, Clayton Brandt.
You watch the catcher here shake hands with Brandt. He likes to do this with everybody, and he's quite a character back there, Corona. Clayton Brandt, your 2015 Hack Player of the Year, steps to the plate to face Logan Faber, who's 7-3 on the year with a 4.35 ERA. This is his 13th start. He has 5 complete games. Takes the first pitch for a ball. It's 1-0. Faber, in 78 and 2/3 innings, has given up 80 hits. That misses down, 2-0. He has struck out 47, and opponents are hitting 266 against him. So you can get your hits. Doesn't strike out a ton of guys. He's a soft contact guy. That one misses way outside, and it's 3-0 to Brandt. Brandt, your conference player of the year, is one of the best seasons you'll see. We'll get to that after this pitch. The 3-1 taken right down the middle for a strike. It's 3-1. Brandt led the conference. It still leads the conference with a 4.29 batting average. The 3-1 taken for a strike. It's full. Brandt leads the Pioneers with 16 doubles. He has 6 triples and a team-leading 7 home runs. 39 RBIs in 52 games from the leadoff spot. Breaking ball popped up. Great job by Faber to come back in this at-bat. That's huge. Popped up in foul territory. Duffy over near the dugout and makes the catch.
Now then, the right fielder, number 5, Trent Sullivan.
That's really big. You figured after the 3-0 count that Brandt was going to reach. And at probably half the time that he reaches, he scores. So that was a big out from Logan Faber, keeping Brandt off the bases in the bottom of the first. Brandt has a nation-leading. He's the nation's leader in runs scored and runs scored per game. First pitch to Trent Sullivan is taken for a strike. It's 0-1, so after the first 3 pitches missed, he's thrown 4 straight strikes. Brandt has 76 runs scored. That ball grounded down the first baseline. Fair ball, and it's past the first baseman. Sullivan makes the turn. It skips over the right fielder's head. And he's into second. He'll pull up there with a 1-out double. Sullivan came into the game hitting .310 with 9 doubles and 4 triples. And he's had a really nice tournament, and that continues with a double. They would have had a shot at him at second, but it kicked up. There's a fence that juts out. Picture Fenway Park in left field. Not quite as shallow as that, but it's down the left field line. The fence comes out right there to the foul line, and it kicked off of that and bounced up over the right fielder's head. Eckley takes the first pitch for a ball, a breaking ball. It's 1-0. Faber likes to throw that breaking ball quite a bit, and he really stymied the Pioneers. In Olathe, Pioneers scored 1 in the first inning. I think Brandt got on and stole a couple bases and scored on a wild pitch, and then the Pioneers could not score again. Fastball taken on the outside corner for a strike. It's 1-1. Pioneers looking like they're relatively patient right now. They've all taken the first pitch, and both Brandt and Eckley are notorious first ball, fastball hunters. So they may have a game plan against Faber. Try to see some pitches. The 1-1. That's slashed into right field. Foul. That would have driven in a run and put another one in scoring position. Eckley may have had 3 on that if it had gotten into the corner. He's got 8 triples on the season. Your defending conference player of the year, Eckley. This year, 307, 10 doubles, a team leading 8 triples, a couple of home runs, and 45 RBIs in 50 starts. Faces a 1-2 count from Faber. He's probably going to sit on a breaking ball. He gets a fastball, I think, in the dirt. Possibly a changeup, and it's 2-2. Faber, a big guy. What do we got? 6'2", 6'3". The 2-2 to Eckley. Breaking ball misses just inside, full count. Sullivan on the year has a ton of stolen bases. He's not going to go at this point. 25 for 30 is Sullivan. Eckley 24 for 25. Brandt with 35 steals, and Jordan Mcleod with 24. That's your 4 big-time runners for the Pioneers. Full count. Oh, the breaking ball catches the inside corner. Eckley didn't like it. It was a little closer than the previous pitch, however, and a big strikeout. Eckley goes down looking. And there are 2 outs for Leeser. Leeser, the 4-hole, he's been on fire this tournament. Do you have the tournament numbers up? Don't worry about it. High 300s, or was he over 400? Left-handed hitting designated hitter. Senior. Only solid 2 years in Olathe. Currently hitting .323 with 12 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, and 24 RBIs. Generally hits in the 6 or 7 hole. And as he's gotten hot, that's .385, I think. That first pitch misses away. It's 1-0. Leeser always ahead in the count. Seems like 80% of his at-bats, he's ahead at some point. Umpire asking him to get back in the box. He really likes to take his time. Faber comes set, delivers the 1-0 to Leeser. Grounded into the hole, stopped by the first baseman, but he can't find it. The second baseman flips to first, throws it away, and that'll bring home a run. That'll be a base hit for Leeser, but no RBI. E4 on the throw, and the Pioneers take a 1-0 lead.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 14, Nelson Santiago.
The first baseman, Harton, snagged that on the backhand, but it stayed in the dirt, and he thought he had the ball, so he kept going and was going to feed the pitcher, but then he realized the ball wasn't in his glove. Meanwhile, the second baseman, Perfect, ran over, picked it up, and tried to sling it to the pitcher. Kind of a desperation play, and threw it near the Pioneer dugout, allowing Sullivan to round third and score. The first pitch to Nelson Santiago taken for a strike. It's 0-1. Nelson Santiago, another very hot Pioneer hitter. It'll take a triple to score Leeser. Fouled away. 0-2. Maybe not a triple. A deep double might get him with 2 outs, but not the greatest of speeds combination right now. Nelson Santiago hitting .318, and that is trending way, way up. He was hitting .240 not 3 weeks ago. On fire right now. Here's the 0-2. That misses way outside. 1-2. Santiago, 7 doubles, 2 home runs, 19 RBIs, and all of this damage has come within the last 2 or 3 weeks. Several multi-hit games in a row, doubles, big hits. Even against Quintana, he had a couple hits yesterday. I think the big conference pitcher of the year. He's hitting everybody right now. Where did that miss? Breaking ball misses down, apparently. It's 2-2. That's a hot hitter right there, able to lay off that and get the call. I think Nelson Santiago will see another one of those, and I think he'll rifle this one into the right field corner. The 2-2. Grounded towards third. It was a fastball. Santiago behind it, and it's foul. If you're listening on the Pioneer Sports Network audio, thank you. Nelson Santiago hitting .460 in this tournament alone. Grounded, fouled on the first base line. If you're just listening on the Ustream channel, Go ahead and switch over to the HD video. You got a scoreboard, you got a count, you can see the field. And you get both games today. If the Pioneers win the first one, they play Peru in a relatively meaningless game at 4 o'clock, but you'll get to watch that one as well. That breaking ball misses outside, and now a delayed steal. They throw it into center field, but a great diving play by Perfect. Wow, to keep that one. Look at that delayed steal. That worked beautifully. Leeser took off. Neither middle infielder was covering. Great call from Coach Allison, or whoever may have alerted him to that. It may have been him, may have been the bench. Corona threw a nice ball to second, but Fells and Perfect were nowhere near the ball. It started bouncing into center, and Perfect made an awesome backhanded dive. Leeser was going to go to third if he hadn't done that. That's got to be Leeser's first of the year. It is. That's his first steal and his first attempt. Nice time for the Pioneers. And now Nelson Santiago, a base hit, should score him. Misses away, ball 4. Santiago reaches. And that's a good walk, frankly, if you're Logan Faber.
Number 11, Santiago Romero.
You don't want any piece of Nelson Santiago right now, so with a runner on second, base open, 2 outs, and a righty on deck, it's definitely where you want to go. Especially Santiago Romero hitting .250 in this tournament. Not quite as hot as the scorching Nelson Santiago. There's too many Santiagos. That pitch fouled away. It's 0-1. Santiago Romero hitting .313 on the season with 7 doubles, 2 homers, and 19 RBIs, and this is his 51st start. He's a free swinger. He has just 15 strikeouts and 7 walks. He's not up there to take pitches, but he took that one, and it's 1-1. Currently, it's 1-0. I need to stay on top of my scoreboard here. And it's the bottom of the first. Come on. That ball lined softly into right. That'll get down for a hit. Leeser coming around third. There's going to be a play at the plate, and it gets away. Leeser is safe. Santiago Romero moves up to second on an error by the right fielder. And the Pioneers are up 2-0.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 17, Kelvin Perez.
Tough error for Burdette. The throw was pretty good, but it just got through Corona. And it was bouncing, so that's an E9. And now Kelvin Perez hits with 2 runners in scoring position, and the Pioneers leading 2-0. Especially after getting Clayton Brandt after being up 3-0. This is awesome for the Pioneers to come back right now and score 2 and potentially get some more. Perez hit a big-time home run against Missouri Valley. That ball grounded towards third. Duffy handles, throws to first, and that'll do it. Both of those runs are earned because of that base hit from somebody. I'm just talking out loud. Thinking out loud. I always talk out loud. Let's go to a commercial, shall we?
Leading off the top of the second for Missouri Valley, the third baseman, number 8, Trevor Duffy.
Welcome back now to Wendell Redding Stadium in Joplin, Missouri. North American Athletic Conference Championship Series elimination game. Big game for the Vikings and the Pioneers.
Trevor Duffy, the third baseman, leads off.
Opening rounds next week.
Left-handed hitter takes the first pitch for a ball. It's a 1-0.
Trevor Duffy stepping in for the Vikings.
Duffy
5 home runs to the opponent's bad end. Number 5 batter in the order.
takes that breaking ball for a strike. He's hitting 130 in this tournament.
One strike, 1-1. The leadoff batter.
Takes that breaking ball. It's 1-1.
Two runs.
Vargas working quickly. Another breaking ball taken for a strike. It's 1-2. Trying to find Duffy, hitting .272 on the year, 10 doubles and 5 home runs. He's got some nice power. He's a really good third baseman. That pitch misses. Up and away. It's 2-2.
Throwing errors. The runner that went from third to home.
Duffy swings and misses. And that's a strikeout. Sorry. We're trying to explain something.
The left fielder, number 4, Lucas Dira.
A Missouri Valley player came up here and asked us what the 2 errors were. That's interesting that that just happened. Were they not watching the game? Breaking ball taken for strike 1 against Deerhoff, and it's 0-1. Foul tipped at the plate, and it's 0-2. Deerhoff hitting .286 on the year with 11 doubles and 4 home runs. Pretty decent power up and down this Valley lineup. It's a similar numbers to the Pioneers. Breaking ball misses inside. It's 1-2. Do you think that'll make the Things That Annoy SIDs group? The 1-2. Another breaking ball misses in the dirt. Swung on and missed. Marrero throws it over the head of the runner. Risky play from the freshman with some moxie. And that's another strikeout for Vargas. Yeah, a Missouri Valley player came to the press box, knocked on the door, and said, "What were the 2 errors?" Well, in baseball, when players reach base or move to bases that they didn't deserve because the defense made a mistake, those are called errors. And they get charged accordingly. The 0-1. Fastball tapped. Vargas ranges over, fields, fires to first, and a beautiful inning. 2 strikeouts and a weak tap back from Vargas, and we go to the bottom of the second, leading 2-0. It. My coaches get it, and I'm awesome, so they don't give me a hard time. Blake Robertson leads off the bottom of the second for the Pioneers. He was playing third base. Takes the first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. Robertson came on really nicely in the second half of the season. He got his playing time when Vargas and Romero pitch. Slashes that one foul. It's 0-2. And earned his way in there. He's been a part-time player his 3 years here. But he's 16 for 33 with a double, a home run, and 9 RBIs. This is his 17th start. He's hitting .485. That pitch misses in. It's 1-2. Usually, frankly, when you have guys like Robertson who get spot starts and only play when one of the position players is pitching, it's usually an automatic out. But he's getting in there. He's getting on base almost half the time. His on-base percentage is .486. He's 5 of 8 stealing bases, and he makes great defensive plays. It's been an awesome weapon the second half of the year. The Pioneers discovered, kind of came out of nowhere. And he pitches occasionally. That's grounded up the middle. Look at that. That's going to get into center field for another base hit. Robertson stays hot. 17 for 34, I believe. That's a .500 batting average.
Now batting.
And that's not a tiny, ridiculous sample. That's 17 for 34 is legit. Brandon Marrero, who's having an awesome tournament as well. Also out of nowhere, he was hitting about 100 coming into the tournament in very limited action. Jordan Jones has been the catcher all season. The last week or so, Marrero took over. He's hitting 500 in this tournament. He's 4 for 8. He will be bunting here. Faber peers in for the sign. He comes set. Marrero has his average up to 167. He's got 8 hits, 4 of them in this tournament. He bunts that one foul. It was a breaking ball. It's 0-1. Marrero is 8 for 48 on the season with 2 doubles. And he's also been hit 3 times and drawn a walk in this tournament. So his OBP this tournament is like 11,000. Coach Allison talking to Brandon Marrero, telling him exactly what he wants. Faber checks the runner at first, squares. Takes the ball. They fire down to first. Robertson back in time, and the count is 1-1. If you just joined us, Logan Faber on the mound. He's the number 1 for Missouri Valley, I think. Yeah, he's got the most starts, and no, he doesn't. Amiskita. No, I'm just don't listen to me. The 1-1. Wow, that pitch. Right over his head. If he hadn't ducked, it would have hit him in the face. It was a breaking ball. And it's 2-1. All right. Logan Faber is the Missouri Valley ace, the number 1 pitcher. He's 7-3 with a 4.35 ERA. Squares again, gets the bunt down, and it's a good one right at the first base line. They're going to let it roll, and it's going to stay fair. Base hit. I thought it was going to roll foul, too. I thought that was a good choice by the first baseman, but nope. Couldn't climb up that chalk. And here comes the coach out to talk. He's wondering if Marrero was interfering with the fielders or out of the baseline or something. I didn't see anything like that, but you kind of have to fight for that if you're Missouri Valley.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 1, Clayton Brandt.
Now good speed aboard as Jordan Mcleod runs at first. Robertson has good speed at second. And Clayton Brandt at the plate. I anticipate Brandt bunting for a base hit here. He'll try to bunt for a hit. Duffy's a really good third baseman. There's no trying to trick him. But with Brandt's good speed and good bunting capabilities, it's almost a no-lose situation. If you get a bunt down, it's at least a sacrifice. And if it's good enough, you can bunt for a hit. He squares, though. Pulls back to slash, rips it down the line, foul. I like the idea. Duffy he's in, he's even with the bag, he's got to be there. And Brandt almost chopped one down the line past him. Pioneers looking to bust it open here in the bottom of the second. Robertson at second, Mcleod at first. Conference Player of the Year Clayton Brandt at the plate. He popped out in the first inning. Squares to bunt. Gets it down the line, foul, and it's 0-2. Brandt will swing away here. He does lead the team with 5 double plays grounded into, but that's a deceiving stat. A lot of people whine about the double plays, and sometimes it's legit. When you're talking about Billy Butler, that's a legit complaint. But when it's Clayton Brandt, that means he's hitting the ball hard with runners on base a lot. And sometimes that results in a double play. Breaking ball misses up and in, 1-2. The Valley faithful wanted that. It was kind of close, but you hardly ever get a breaking ball called that starts up and in and drops into the strike zone from that angle and settles in the top of the strike zone. You're just not going to get that. The 1-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. Robertson takes third, and he's safe. Blocked by Duffy. And then that allows Mcleod to move up. Duffy wore that one. He didn't touch that one with his glove. He blocked it with his body, and he's in pain. So it's ball 2. Wild pitch. Can I call that an error? Can I call that an error to allow the runner to move up? Because the throw got away from the third baseman, and then he moved up. Or should I just say wild pitch? It's kind of an error, right? Do we want to deal with someone coming up here, though? That ball ripped down the line. Fair ball. Duffy just barely missed it. That'll score 2. Brandt heading to second, and he's in there with a 2 RBI double. I'm not going to give him an error. Let's just screw it.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 5, Trent Sullivan.
Double on the play as it went off into left field and bring home 2 runs. 4-0 now. American answering leads in the bottom of the second inning.
What'd you say? I just said on the wild pitch.
And Trent Sullivan coming to play double down the right field line.
What's that?
The runner on second did not go into a pitcher's dirt, but the runner on first. Right. So once the pitcher picks up the ball through the third, he then advanced on the front.
I can live with that.
Ran over at second. Sullivan at the plate.
Sullivan grounds to first. Brandt moves to third. Nicely done. Duffy wanted him to throw to third, and he's hot over there at third base. It's like, why are you playing in if you're not going to throw it to me when they hit it to you?
Number 9.
It's a legit gripe. They had a play at Brandt. They had a play on Brandt at third. So Brandt at third for Eckley. Pioneers trying to go up 5-0. What's at stake in this game? The winner moves on to play Peru State in the championship round. They will have to beat Peru State twice to win the conference tournament. But in order to advance to nationals, you have to win this tournament or finish runner-up. First pitch, come on, that's not a strike. That's twice on Eckley. He's called that one. The umpire wants him back in the box. Eckley's trying to collect himself after it's just a rough break. That was close. Front door breaking ball. I'm guessing he'll see a couple more of those. Eckley trying to find one to the outfield. Infield playing back. That's interesting. Pop foul out of play, and it's 0-2. They're playing kind of halfway. I think you got to bring the infield in with 1 out, down by 4. So essentially, the winner of this game qualifies for nationals. The next 2 games against Peru State are irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. That ball ripped to third. Brandt back to third, caught by Duffy. Nice base running from Brandt. Nice piece of hitting from Eckley. Just got unlucky, and there are 2 outs. Leeser to the plate, trying to drive home Brandt with 2 outs.
That's why you just take the easy out at first, because you never know what can happen. Potentially get a double play ball. That was close to being a double play ball there.
For 91st for Duffy.
Leeser, the first pitch from Faber. Leeser wanted it, but couldn't pull the trigger. Checked his swing and then looked to the skies saying, how did I take that pitch? I think he felt ready. I've been there before. I played this game and at this level, and sometimes you're ready to hit and something happens and you just freeze and wish you could have it back. The 0-1. Breaking ball misses outside. It's 1-1. We're in the bottom of the second. Pioneers lead 4-0. Clayton Brandt at third. He doubled home 2. That ball drills Leeser. He'll head to first.
Leeser on the thigh moves him down to first. So now first and third with 2 outs.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 14, Nelson Santiago.
You know, Missouri Valley's in trouble when the MNU 5-hole has hit twice before the Missouri Valley 5-hole has even hit once. We're in the bottom of the second. 29 strikes, 21 balls for Faber, 50 pitches, and he's gotten 5 outs, allowed 4 runs. This is exactly what the Pioneers wanted to do. The loser goes home. The winner gets Peru, but even if you lose to Peru, you advance to nationals. So this is the game. If the Pioneers win this game, they could roll, throw me out there. I can catch a couple innings. I'll take a couple hacks. I'll ground out to second. I'm 37 years old. I'll ground out to second even now against anybody. Bring it. I'm not saying I'll square one up. I can't hit it though. Anyway, they'll put me out there. I'll hit 7th. I'll go 1 for 3 with a walk and a seeing eye single. And but seriously, I don't know what we'll do. If we make it to the 4 o'clock game, they can throw anybody out there and call it good. First pitch to Nelson Santiago. Breaking ball taken for a strike. It's 0-1. I don't want to look too far ahead. It's only 4-0. It's only the second inning. We got 9 innings to play here. And this is a good Missouri Valley team. 29-15 overall. Fastball taken on the outside corner for strike 2. Santiago walked in the first inning. Leeser at first. He had a delayed steal, his first of the season. It's not a bad time to steal here, but you kind of want Nelson Santiago to swing it with a runner at third, too. There goes Leeser. Called strike 3. Leeser was stealing. Santiago just watched it. Saw 3 pitches, didn't swing at any of them. They were all legit strikes. And the Pioneers are done in the second. 2 more come across. The Pioneers lead 4-0. They're on MNUsports.com. Right. There's no studio. This is it, man. This is it. Oh, I have a little MNU commercial I can play.
Leading off the top of the third for Missouri Valley, the right fielder, number 1, Bryce Burnett.
This PA guy's got some flair. Carlos Vargas toes the rubber for his third inning of work. He's thrown 22 pitches, 16 balls, and 6 whatever, you know what I mean. First pitch back to Vargas. A little tapper, 1 hopper. Vargas fields and throws to first. 17 strikes, 6 balls for Vargas. 23 pitches. I made a mistake earlier. I said Nelson Santiago had hit twice before the 5-hole. It even hit once. And that was not true at all. But he did hit twice before the 8-hole hit once. And that's also bad news for Valley. The first pitch to Perfect. Colton Perfect takes strike one. He's playing second base. He is not a regular player, I don't think. Let's have a look. Perfect, facing an 0-2 pitch. I can't find him. Oh, he's hitting 390. Look at him. That pitch taken outside for a ball. It's 1-2. Colton Perfect hitting 390 on the year, 16 for 41. This is his 11th start. Swung on a missed strike three. Vargas looking really sharp. And there are 2 outs. That'll bring up the leadoff man, Stafford. The Valley's second baseman is a stud, but I think he's been injured or sick or whatever. And he's the Gold Glove winner for the conference at second, so Perfect in there today. Fastball taken right down the middle for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 misses down. It's 1-1. Tell you what, in a game like this, a player with the mentality of Carlos Vargas is exactly who you want on the mound. The 1-1. Taken low, 2-1. Carlos Vargas, one of those people with extreme confidence. Little tapper up the third baseline. It'll get foul, and that makes it 2-2. Vargas, this is not a pressure game for him. When he's down in the count 0-2, that is not a pressure situation for him. When he gets a ground ball at third in a must-have-the-out situation, he does not feel that pressure. That is show-off time. That's look what I can do time. He doesn't feel the pressure. These are fun situations for him. And that is a rare athlete who feels that way. Little soft liner up the middle. Vargas snags it between his legs, flips the ball over his shoulder for the next pitcher, and saunters back to the dugout.
On the third for Mid-American Nazarenes, the second baseman, number 11, Santiago Romero.
Santiago Romero strides to the plate. He singled in the first inning and had an RBI. Came into the game hitting .313 with 7 doubles and 2 home runs. Pioneers are the home team on the scoreboard. They are wearing white pants, blue striped socks, and their blue tops. That ball ripped up the middle, past the diving Colton Perfect, and into right center for a single. Another leadoff base runner for the Pioneers. That'll bring up Kelvin Perez. Missouri Valley wearing white pants. Faber's limping. He's got a noticeable limp, and here comes Fells to check him out. It looks like he may have tweaked a back or a lat.
So it's a 6, 7, 8 batter for
And yeah, they're going to check on him with the trainer. What's he weighing him away for? If you're not hurt, then get up there and let's go.
Kelvin Perez.
I don't know what they were talking about.
And Blake Robertson is
Anyway,
so Felds and Faber.
Missouri Valley wearing their white pants. Dark gray tops with orange somethings. They're kind of stripes that go under the arms. Orange and white numbers and orange hats. Perez squares to bunt, takes a breaking ball up. It's 1-0. Coach Allison might take the bunt off here and let him hammer a fastball. But I'm a little more crazy than Coach Allison. The 1-0. Squares to bunt, pushes it to first. It's a good bunt. First baseman flips it to the second baseman, and it's a successful sacrifice. Marrero moves to second.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 6, Blake Robertson.
I would give quite a bit to have a voice like that. That would be fun. First pitch coming to Blake Robertson. He is 1 for 1 with a run scored. He led off the second inning with a single and eventually came around. Looked like a changeup. Catches the inside corner, taken by Robertson, and it's 0-1. The Pioneer offense has been scorching hot. 31 runs in the first 2 games. They were held to 1 last night against, or 2 nights ago. Swung on and missed. That was blown by Robertson. It's 0-2. They're facing Adam Quintana, who will probably get drafted. He's a big right-handed throwing low 90s guy. Conference pitcher of the year, sub-1 ERA. He had allowed half a hit per inning. And the Pioneers got 11 hits against him yesterday. Only managed the 1 run, but it's not like you could say Quintana cooled down the hot Pioneers. They did get 11 hits. That pitch drills Robertson, and he wants him to stay. You're going to see Coach Thompson come out on that one. Officially, it's ball 1. He's not going to change his mind. And here comes Coach Thompson to talk to the umpire to get an explanation, because it's a breaking ball in on his thigh. Robertson didn't move into it. He did hold his ground, and you are supposed to move out of the way, but it's one of those tweeners that it's like, what do you want him to do? It's a breaking ball. He just froze and it hit him. He should get first base on that. It's been a point of emphasis this year that hitters do have to move out of the way. They can't just stand there and take it, which is an absolute bullcrap rule in my opinion. But that's what was called there. A breaking ball started at his front hip, broke over his front thigh, but he's still in there, and it's a 1-2 count. Robo wants to ram one in the gap anyway. The 1-2. Flown into right field. Santiago Romero tagging. He will head to third, and he will make it. He'll be there with 2 outs. Santi gets dirty. I like it. A big flopping dive into the dust, unnecessarily.
Now batting, the catcher, number 44, Brandon Marrero.
Brings up Brandon Marrero. He had a bunt single in the second inning, totally trying to give himself up, but it trickled down the line. They let it go, and it stayed fair. Marrero looking to get a 2-out knock here to bring home Romero. Takes the first pitch for a ball. It's a 1-0. Grounder to short. Fells handles on a few hops. Fires to first, and that'll do it. Pioneers threaten, can't score. We head to the top of the 4th, leading 4-0 here on MNUsports.com.
field from Missouri Valley. The shortstop, number 6, Josh Fells.
Josh Fells leads off the top of the fourth for the Missouri Valley College Vikings. He grounded out to Vargas in the first inning. There's been 3 or 4 of those. He's 0 for 1. Little tap grounder towards short. Brandt handles on the run, flips to first, and makes the out. Folks, that guy
Now batting, the catcher, number
is
9,
just awesome.
Corona.
That's not an easy play to make, and he made it look really easy. He's out there hitting about 440 with a bunch of homers and steals. He's the conference player of the year, and he deserves it. First pitch misses down and in to Corona. It's 1-0. Breaking ball, checked up, takes a ball. It's 2-0. Corona has the only hit from Missouri Valley. He lined a single into right in the first inning. The 2-0. Fastball taken down the middle. Vargas put a little extra on that one, and it's 2-1. I'll talk about the change on defense the Pioneers have made in the last week or so. That pitch taken for a strike. It's 2-2. It's interesting to talk about late in the season changes like that and tough choices to be made, but it'll be interesting to talk about it anyway. That pitch misses down in the dirt. It's 3-2. Breaking ball on 3-2. Brandt will have to circle this one. Fields bobbles, and that's going to be a base hit. There are only so many spectacular plays someone can make, and couldn't make that one. Another courtesy runner for Valley, for Corona. It's Candell again.
Hitter, number 2, Andrew Skinner.
Andrew Skinner batting in a cleanup hole today for Missouri Valley. He will step up. He's 0 for 1 here in the ball game. Candell done at first. Swung on and missed. Boy, Skinner was taking a hack at that one. He wanted to take that first one.
First pitch swung on and missed from Skinner. He's had a really nice tournament. He hit an absolute bomb a couple days ago. The talk of the press box the last few days. Vargas checks on Candell at first. He's back safely. Skinner will face an 0-1 count. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Vargas taking advantage of the over-aggressive Skinner right now, and it's 0-2. Another check on Candell at first. Vargas working quickly, comes set. Time is called. He'll face an 0-2. Skinner hitting .470 this tournament with that homer. That ball ripped into center. Eckley comes in and makes the catch. That was a line shot that hung up for Eckley. And that's when you know you're going well as a defense, when their hot hitter crushes one on 0-2 and you still get them out. Probably a pitch Vargas didn't want to make. And that brings up Trevor Duffy. Duffy sporting a sweet blonde mohawk under that helmet. He's a nice player. I like him. Grounded towards second. Nelson Santiago retreats. Santiago Ramiro fields. Flips it to his buddy. And 3 outs. Another hit from Corona is stranded, and that'll do it. Well, let's talk about this defensive change the Pioneers have made in the last couple of weeks. It's I don't know. It's just weird to talk about stuff like this. Jordan Jones has been the starting catcher all season, and he's a senior. He's well liked. He's a good kid. He works hard. The coaches love him. The players, his teammates love him, and he was doing a fine job behind the plate. He's got 3 home runs. He was a huge part of the Pioneer offense this season. So there's nothing that specifically Jordan Jones has done that has seen him basically lose his spot in the last week, a couple weeks. But it was late in the game recently when Brandon Marrero got a chance to catch a few innings in a blowout in a non-conference game or something like that. And he was noticeably different behind the plate, simply receiving pitches. There's an art to that and a talent to that when it comes to framing balls and catching it properly so the umpire can get a good look at it and maybe stealing some strikes here and there. And the Pioneers have had problems, and Jordan Jones had problems with allowing wild pitches and committing passed balls as well.
Bottom of the 4th for Mid-American Nazarene.
And after being spoiled for years by a guy like Colin Starr, who was as good as it got defensively back there, and even in the years past, Dave Staten was very good at blocking, preventing wild pitches, and not committing passed balls. It just became apparent that a change needed to be made if the Pioneers were going to improve in that area. So Marrero's been back there. Furthermore, Jordan Jones calls an amazing game. I've heard Coach Thompson say that several times, that Jordan Jones is the best catcher he's had at calling pitches. First pitch breaking ball to Clayton Brandt is taken for a strike. It's 0-1. So that's another factor for keeping him in there. He's got a good power bat. He calls a great game, and he's well respected and well liked. Breaking ball misses away. It's 1-1. But the Pioneer defense is predicated on not giving up freebies, free bases. The 1-1 to Brandt misses way outside, 2-1. And it just, I mean, it was just a tough situation. There were a lot of pass balls and wild pitches that could have been prevented, and that's basically the story. Changeup, nicely done from Faber. Brandt swings through it, and it's 2-2. So Marrero's been back there for the last, I don't know, 2 weeks. The 2-2. Hanging breaking ball, smoked up the middle. Another base hit for Clayton Brandt. We're going to miss him so much. What are you going to do? You're not just going to find a shortstop that puts up those kind of numbers, makes those kind of plays. I mean, this is an elite NAIA player that we're going to lose after this year. And he's also like a legit good kid. So anyway, Brandon Marrero's been back there, and it's been a noticeable difference on defense, where balls are caught a little more cleanly. There haven't been very many pass balls. The wild pitches have been cut down. And for a Pioneer team that's, Brandt tries to steal second, and he will. That ball almost hit him. Kind of got a late break on that. It's 1-0 to Sullivan. Brandt steals second, extending his career record for stolen bases at MNU. So now Sullivan with a chance to move Brandt to third, and now Harton playing in on the grass. If he gets a ground ball, he will fire to third this time. I'm sure Duffy talked to him. That pitch fades away to the outside corner, taken by Sullivan for a strike. It's 1-1. So that's your story. If you're wondering why Marrero's been getting the innings behind the plate, that's been it. Now, the pitch calling has been changed. I think Ryan or Coach Thompson or somebody, maybe Jeff Mulligan, calls the pitches and it gets relayed. So that's been changed, but check on Brandt at second. Nothing doing. And it was really difficult, Coach Thompson told me, to have to tell Jones, a senior, that They were going to go with Marrero, a freshman catcher, in the most important games of the year, this tournament and at the end of the season. Jones, an excellent athlete. He was a defensive replacement in left field a lot last year as the backup catcher. So I think he'll get some innings there. But it's just a tough situation to deal with, and Thompson's been struggling with it, wrestling with it. It's those hard decisions that you have to make as a coach when you've got a player that you love, and you just have to tell him basically, sorry, I've got to go with this other guy. And it shows a lot of character for Jordan Jones to be able to handle that. That pitch misses down and in on the 3-1 count, and Sullivan takes a walk. Pioneers threatening again. Jordan Eckley comes to the plate. First and second, nobody out. It's not out of the realm of possibility for Eckley to bunt here. Last year it would have been insane, but this year it's been a little different offensive season for Eckley. And they will bunt, and I bet they will here. No sign of a bunt. What do I know? Breaking ball taken over the middle for a strike. It's 0-1. Coach Allison may have given him one shot. They might put it back on here. Another reason you don't need to bunt here is that Brandt and Sullivan are both lightning, speed, and good base stealers. They could just steal them to second and third. Fastball taken on the inside corner, strike 2. Faber has saved his best pitches for Eckley. He struck out looking in the first inning and lined out to third on an 0-2 pitch. In the second, he's in the hole 0-2 again here in the fourth. This next pitch will be Faber's 75th, the 0-2 to Eckley. Fastball misses up and away. It's 1-2. You know Eckley's got to be looking for that front door breaking ball on this pitch. If you get something else, tip your hat. But you got to sit on the pitch that's gotten you twice. The 0-2. Breaking ball. Chopped foul. The runners were on the move for that pitch. They will have to retreat. They both had the base stolen easily. It was a breaking ball that would have caused Corona to go to his knees to catch it, and they had good breaks anyway. We're in the bottom of the fourth. It's 4-0. Pioneers have out-hit Valley 8-2. The two hits, both from the catcher, Corona. One of them an infield hit that Brandt couldn't quite handle on the run. Would have been a great play if he had made it. The 1-2. That's driven into right center field. Brandt tagging, so is Sullivan. Sullivan will read the throw and retreat. Nobody is covering first, so Sullivan can be aggressive with his big lead. Brandt also at third. The play is still not dead yet. Brandt not even watching, though. Sullivan needs to just go back to first and forget about it. And he does. So a fly ball to right, good at bat from Eckley. Moves the runner to third. Not a sacrifice fly if you're scoring at home, and why wouldn't you be, frankly? If you're not scoring at home, just turn it off. Leeser 1 for 1 with a run scored and his first stolen base of the season. He was hit by a pitch in the second inning. First and third, 1 out. Pioneers have threatened and had at least a runner in scoring position in every inning. They didn't score in the third, but they did have Santiago Romero out there at second and third for most of the inning. Fake bunt steal, and Sullivan is out stealing second. Wow. And that changes the inning. Who made the tag at second? Thank you. So now Brandt at third with 2 outs. Leeser needs a knock to get him in. Obviously an error. Wild pitch pass ball will get it done as well, but changes the entire outlook of the inning, losing a runner on the bases like that. First and third, one out. Now ran on third with 2 outs.
He's gotten 11 base runners caught stealing so far this season.
Perfect throw from Corona. Little pop. It'll go foul. It's 1-2. Any number of ways the Pioneers could have gone with that. When Leaser squared around, I thought they might do a safety squeeze. The first and third safety squeeze is almost indefensible if you get it down the first baseline. Then when he pulled his bat back, I thought that would be enough to delay Corona, but he popped up and fired a bullet to second. And I thought Brandt might try to come home if they threw to second, but none of that happened, and it was all bad for the Pioneers. Leaser now facing a 1-2 pitch. Popped into center field. Stafford settles under it, and that's a big momentum shift. Nice job from Faber getting out of that, and he's limping again. There's something wrong with his back or leg. But we go to the top of the fifth, leading 4-0.
For Missouri Valley, it's the left fielder, number 4, Lucas Deeroff.
6, 7, 8 due up for Valley. Deerhoff, Harton, and Burdette to face Carlos Vargas, throwing his 44th pitch of the game. Misses down. It's 1-0. I think this is a big inning. At this moment, the Pioneers are like, dang it, we should have scored there. You're kind of feeling a little bit negative. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Meanwhile, Valley is feeling pretty good right now. Oh, we escaped a jam there. Let's go, boys. Let's get a run. If they can get a run or two here, they're going to feel like they got a chance. But if Vargas can stay sharp and shut them down again, the momentum shifts immediately back to the Pioneers. And the Valley shoulders will slump a little bit. Pioneer spirits will pick up a little bit. It's one of these mental innings right now. That pitch missed. It's 2-1. That's grounded towards third. Roberson handles and fires to first and gets the out. Nicely recovered by Blake Robertson. I called him Robo. I totally butchered that call. The second hop kind of hit him in the gut and the glove and dropped between his legs, but he was able to recover and make the play. Big out. If he throws that one away or can't make the play, then there's that momentum I was talking about. Harton to the plate, the first baseman. He's 0 for 1. He grounds it back to Vargas. Breaking ball taken for a strike. Vargas has been pumping that first pitch breaking ball strike seemingly all game. And it's 0-1. Swung on and missed. Same pitch. This time it was a ball, but swung through. That's just a nasty sequence. You throw that breaking ball for a strike and then throw it for a ball, and he swings through it. Here's the 0-2. Fastball down the middle, handled by Romero on a grounder up the middle. 2 down.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 1, Bryce Burdette.
It's a beautiful day in Joplin. With 75, sunny, a slight breeze, cloudy. Vargas winds and delivers. That pitch misses down. It's 1-0. For a random Monday afternoon, it's a sparse crowd. The 1-0. Breaking ball thrown for a strike. Taken by Burdette. And it's 1-1. I see some soccer players, some softball players have made the trip to Joplin. Good for them. That pitch misses down and in. It's 2-1. Who do I see out there? I see Clay, Sierra Clay, Jenna Keene, Taylor Piercy, Alexis Pacheco. The 2-1. Breaking ball taken for a strike. It's 2-2. I saw Kaylin Paff, Kat Dixon, and I can never remember her name or how to pronounce it, but I'll give it a shot. The 2-2 grounded up the middle. Brandt handles on a couple hops, fires to first, and there it is. 3 up, 3 down. Pioneers come back into the dugout with a little pep in their step. Lizzie Cifuentes? I don't know. That's who I'm talking about.
Leading off.
Let's win this game and keep playing. These guys are not ready to be done yet. We got too many good seniors. Nelson Santiago to lead off the bottom of the fifth. He is 0 for 1 with a walk and a backwards K. That happened in the second inning. He looked at all three pitches. I will bet my firstborn that he swings at the first pitch in this at bat. Faber winds and fires. Taken in for a ball. And I'll ship you Isaac Jenkins next week. The 1-0. That's swung, flown down the left field line, foul. It'll get out of play, and it's 1-1.
Earlier today, we got the all-conference team for the softball team.
Softball all-conference team will be announced pretty shortly. I think I know most of who MNU's got, but that ball swung on and missed. It's 1-2. I think we had a few first-teamers, 3 maybe? A couple second-teamers, honorable mention. Pioneers did well after a really rough start, righted that ship. Called strike 3 again. Santiago goes down looking for the second straight at bat.
Now batting.
I think that one wasn't a strike. It was a little bit outside, but often you get that wide strike zone at this level, and it was a borderline at best. Santi's 2 for 2. He came into this game hitting .250. That's lofted into center. No, it's not. The center fielder back, and makes the catch, heading the other way. He squared that up.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 17, Kelvin Perez.
Brings up Kelvin Perez. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to third in the first and had a sacrifice bunt in the third. He has been slumping lately, so he is way overdue. And with nobody on and 2 outs, he'll be looking to launch. Takes the first pitch in the dirt for a ball. It's 1-0. That was a breaking ball. He can sit dead red on a fastball here and try to ram one out of the yard. Even against a breeze. Yeah, Eric is working on the all-conference list. We'll have that out today. The 1-0. This is outside 2-0. Now we can really keyhole a pitch here. Even against the wind, Perez has plenty of power to hit it out of any park. The 2-0. This is upstairs 3-0. The umpire yesterday was talking to us about the most impressive home run he's seen this year was Kelvin Perez at our place against a 25-mile-an-hour wind. Where are you going? That was right down the... No, it wasn't. Ball 4? Apparently that was high. Sorry. Perez takes a walk. That'll bring up Robertson.
The third baseman, number 6, Blake Robertson.
But, yeah, Perez cleared the trees in left field in Olathe. Again, I mean, the wind was howling straight in from left. And he just powered it right through there. That video clip is on Instagram. Follow MNU Athletics on Instagram, and you'll have to scroll a ways to see that video, but it's up there. Breaking ball taken for a strike. It's 0-1 to Blake Robertson. Robo's 1 for 2 with a run scored. He singled in the second inning and flied out to right in the third. Again, performing admirably as a sub when Vargas or Romero are pitching. Swung on and missed. Behind that pitch, it's 0-2. He's made a play at third. He's gotten a base hit. And that's all you ask for when you have subs who play sparingly. Just don't be awful, please. And he has more than been not awful. He's been great. Hitting well over 400. He's got a double and a home run, and he's making nice plays in the field as well. That ball slashed down the line foul. We'll do it again. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Pioneers lead 4-0. I am Sports Information Director Chad Jenkins, bringing the action for this game and hopefully one more at 4 o'clock today. That would be against Peru State in a relatively meaningless contest. That ball ripped up the middle. Robertson gets another base hit. He's 2 for 3. He was behind the fastball. Faber did him a favor, hung a breaking ball, and Roberson's, why do I keep calling him that? Robertson smoked it up the middle. I know how to pronounce his name. I called him Roberson twice. Shoot me in the face. He'll be either 33 or 34. Right. I mean, on your program. Tyler Towdy
Now
is going to get a pinch hit.
Number 34, Tyler Towdy.
Tyler Towney will be coming in to take a
Big left-handed backup tight end for the football team. Yeah, this has been his role most of the season. Pinch hitting in the middle innings. He takes that one for a ball. It's 1-0. Towdy on the season. He's got a couple starts in there, and he did well. Hit .304, 7 for 23 with 1 double, 2 RBIs. He's also a left-handed arm out of the bullpen. And that pitch misses away. 2-0 to Towdy. Big, strong kid. He's a beast. And if you look at our team photo, find Tyler Towdy and laugh at his jersey selection. Grounded to first. That'll move up the runners. No, it won't. There's 2 outs. Get in the game, Jenkins. Steps on first, and that'll end the inning. We head to the 6th, leading by 4. Pioneer Sports BRSN. The sun came out today. Is this a remix? That sounds a little different. Yeah, but I think it feels like a little... Right, but it feels a little more twangy and rocky. Is this a remix? Who is it? What's his name? Yeah, it's not the original. I like it, though.
Leading off the top of the 6th from Missouri Valley. It's the second baseman, number 25, Colton Perfect.
Colton Perfect leads off the top of the 6th. Jordan Jones takes over on defense in left field. Brandon Marrero re-enters behind the plate. And Carlos Vargas about to deliver his 56th pitch of the game. Swung on and missed from Perfect. It's 0-1. Vargas, 5 innings of 2 hit balls so far, 56 pitches, 40 strikes, 16 balls. Misses in, it's 1-1. Vargas winds and delivers the 1-1. Breaking ball, called strike on the outside corner. It's 1-2. I don't know about that one. The 1-2. Two-seamer misses away, fades all the way into the other batter's box. It's 2-2. Carlos Vargas, first-team All-Conference third baseman for the 2nd season in a row, I think. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Down goes Perfect swinging on a breaking ball.
The center fielder.
That'll bring up Stafford.
Jacob Stafford.
Vargas, first-team All-Conference. Brandt, first-team All-Conference and Player of the Year. Philip Graham, first-team All-Conference pitcher. Seth Leeser, second-team All-Conference designated hitter. Jordan Eckley, second-team All-Conference outfielder. That pitch misses in. It's 1-0. And Santiago Romero, honorable mention, pitcher. Vargas winds and delivers the 1-0 to the leadoff man. Stafford pops it foul. Santiago over and makes a sliding catch near the dugout. Nicely done. What, he dropped it? Wow, he was there. He caught it and then slid out of my view, and then the umpires called it down safe, so it trickled out of his glove. Would have been a really nice play.
Stafford grounded the second in the first. He lined to the pitcher in the third. It was a hard hit ball from Stafford. It was just hit straight at the pitcher.
1-1 count to the leadoff man, Stafford. Drops a bunt down. Robertson's going to field, fire to first, and throw it away. It's a leadoff single, or it's a one-out single and an error. And Stafford reaches second base.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 6, Josh Bell.
Robertson fielded that ball with his glove and his hand. He didn't try to barehand it, but then he slung it sidearm as if he had barehanded it. So it was kind of an awkward movement, and it sailed all the way over Nelson Santiago's head. He would have been better served to try to barehand it or even just let it go. I don't think he had much of a chance at Stafford. It was a beautiful bunt. First pitch breaking ball, misses in. It's 1-0. Yeah, this is the first time Missouri Valley has reached second base. They have not threatened yet. And now Fells and Corona and Skinner with a runner in scoring position and one out in the sixth. Two-seamer in under his hands, grounded foul into his own dugout, and it's 1-1. Pioneers scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second. They threatened in the third, threatened in the fourth, but it's still just 4-0. I think they went down 1, 2, 3 in the fifth. And here comes Valley trying to mount a comeback here. They have a runner on second and one out. Breaking ball. Misses in. And Vargas falls behind Fells, 2-1. Everybody is available for the Pioneers today. This is basically Game 7 of the World Series. That's how you have to treat this game. Grounded up the middle. Brandt didn't see that at all and went the wrong way. They're going to send him home, and the throw goes into second. Valley breaks through. It's 4-1. Did you see Brandt on that? He took a step towards third.
Number 9, Anthony.
He wouldn't have gotten it anyway, but I don't think he saw that one very well at all, obviously. Corona's 2 for 2. He had a solid single into right and a weak single to short, but he's 2 for 2. Grounded towards third. Robo to second for 1. Santi turns it. Double play. The inning's over. 5-4-3 double play ends the threat and sends the Pioneers to the bottom of the sixth, still leading
Leading off, the bottom of the sixth for Mid-American Nazarenes, the shortstop, number 1, Clayton Brandt.
Clayton Brandt, boy, it seems like he's been up there every inning. He's 2 for 3 with a double, 2 RBIs, and a stolen base. First pitch to him misses inside. It's 1-0. Faber's still out there. 58 strikes, 40 balls. This next pitch will be his 99th. Brandt squares to bunt, pulls it back, takes the ball. It's 2-0. Pioneers have 9 hits. Valley has 4. The 2-0. Chopped foul towards the dugout. That was an off-speed pitch, maybe even a changeup. Floated over the middle, but Brandt was out in front of it, and he's upset with himself that he didn't stay through that one more. He's making motions with his hands like, come on, right field, right field. The 2-1. Smokes that one into right. It's tailing foul, and it's 2-2. That's the in-at-bat adjustments that he's making with himself. Chops one foul, changes the approach, changes the mentality, and tries to shoot one into right. The 2-2. Grounded fouled on the third baseline. Coach Allison can't handle it, and we'll do it again. That's over 100 pitches for Faber. Is he a senior? Do we know? What do we got? The 2-2. Breaking ball just misses inside. It's a full. Full count to the leadoff man Brandt in the leadoff spot in the 6th. Fouled straight back. We'll do it once again. I'll look up Faber.
Earlier this week, it was Mid-American Nazarene really putting the clamps down on the Vikings on Friday night in the 16-2 win that forced the Vikings.
Another full count pitch. Another foul ball. I have a program, or we don't know. Their roster's screwed up, right? Another full count pitch coming to Clayton Brandt. Faber winds and fires. Breaking ball popped up. It looks like it'll stay in play. The first baseman Harton over, angles in foul territory, and makes the catch, 1 out. A good battle goes in favor of Faber. 1 away.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 5, Trent Sullivan.
Faber is a junior. Trent Sullivan 1 for 2 with a double, a walk, a run scored. He's had a really hot tournament. He came in hitting .460 in the tournament. First pitch bunted to first. It's a rocket, though, and first baseman will just field it and step on the bag. Good idea, but he squared it up and hammered it.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 9, Jordan Eckley.
However, Sullivan just got too much of the ball, and it was just straight at Harton's glove on the ground. Really didn't give him any trouble at all. Easy out there, 2 up, 2 down now after this one pitch.
Jordan Eckley now to the plate. He's 0 for 3. Hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate against Faber. This is his 4th time through. Swings and misses at the first pitch. The uncomfortability continues. Against Faber earlier in the year. That pitch taken on the outside corner, not called a strike. I can't believe that. Eckley was 0 for 4 the first time they faced Faber, so he's 0 for 7 in his career. That one lofted into center and falls for a hit. You're welcome, Eckley. That's all me right there. He will undoubtedly try to steal second in this situation. Eckley is 24 for 25, stealing bases.
25, Seth Leeser.
Both he and Mcleod have 24 stolen bases. Sullivan 25, Brandt 35. Leisure to the plate with 2 outs. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored, a stolen base. He was hit by a pitch in the second inning. Eckley with a big lead at first. You know he'll be going at some point in this sequence. Slide step, breaking ball, taken on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Nice start from Faber. The slide step really quick to the plate. And we saw Corona with a nice throw against Sullivan earlier. But there's really not much to lose in this spot. You've got to get in a scoring position with 2 outs. With your base stealer, can you do it when everybody knows you're going? Another slide step. That one ripped to second. 2 hop. Perfect fields. Makes the play. And the Pioneers go down in the 6th. Nicely done from Faber. You thought he was certainly out of this game earlier. He just got a handshake from his coach. That could be it for him. First pitch to Andrew Skinner. Swung on and missed. He was trying to leave the yard. I think that's his M.O. Big breaking ball from Vargas. He misses it, and it's 0-1. Same pitch, same result. He was at an 0-2 count last time Skinner was up, and he hung one, and Skinner hammered it. This 0-2 pitch was a little bit better. Taken for a ball. It's 1-2. Skinner lined out to center in the 4th inning. Vargas gets his sign. Time is called at the plate as his rhythm was kind of broken up there as they couldn't come up with a pitch. I don't know if the coaches are calling the pitches. Vargas missed badly with that pitch. It's 2-2. And Marrero does check the dugout, so he is getting signs from the dugout. He will face a 2-2 delivery. Will Skinner. Carlos Vargas winds and fires a breaking ball. Swung on and missed. Skinner didn't want to swing at it, then realized a little bit too late that it was going to break over the plate for a strike, and he swung awkwardly and went down swinging. Trevor Duffy, left-handed hitting third baseman now to hit. He's 0 for 2. He struck out in the 2nd, grounded out in the 4th. First pitch from Vargas. Pours it over the middle of the plate for a strike. It's 0-1. Pioneers lead 4-1. We're in the top of the 7th. Carlos Vargas about to deliver his 75th pitch. That ball slashed down the line foul. It's 0-2. Pioneers in a pretty big shift. Clayton Brandt almost playing up the middle. That fastball misses outside. It's 1-2. Meanwhile, Robertson guarding the line at third in case Duffy slashes one accidentally that way. He's communicating with Jones in left, who now moves a few steps towards the foul line. Grounded note towards the middle. Santiago Romero handles on a backhand, flips to first. Can't make the pick at first. And they reach on the air.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 4, Lucas Dira.
Again, Santiago Romero is a very nonchalant player, and he kind of glided over and made a really slick backhanded play and tried to flip it to first, but it came up just short, and Nelson Santiago, who's great at picking balls over there, couldn't come up with that one. That pitch misses up and in. It's 1-0. The 1-0. That one misses just outside. It's 2-0. Vargas worked around a little bit of trouble in the 6th by inducing a 5-4-3 double play. Deerhoff, he'll be trying to do the same. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one misses in the dirt, buried it. It's 3-0. Vargas, through his best game of the season, his last time out against Benedictine, he got the loss. I think he went 8 innings. 7 1/3 or so. He gave up a walk-off single after a drawn-in infield, but he was awesome. 10 Ks or so. The 3-0 pitch taken for a strike. It's 3-1, but he has matched that performance today. He's been awesome. On the top of the 7th. The 3-1. Breaking ball popped into left field. Jordan Jones is out there. He settles under it. His first chance is made without a problem. 2 down. Big out for Vargas coming back from a 3-0 count. The plan is Vargas goes as long as he can today.
Number 13, Josh Harton.
Josh Harton comes to the plate, as you can clearly hear. Vargas is going to go as long as he can, and then I think Philip Graham is the option to close it out, Pioneer ace. And he's in the bullpen right now. Breaking ball swung on and missed from Harton. It's 0-1. Vargas has 5 strikeouts. Swung on and missed. 0-2. Same pitch, same result. That slider or curveball, whatever he's throwing there, has been giving the Valley faithful fits. Also their players. The 0-2. Fastball away, misses outside. It's 1-2. Duffy at first base. He reached on an error. That may have been a tough error, but I gave him one anyway. It was on the throw, not on the play. The play itself is really nice. Swung on a missed. Ball is in the dirt. Marrero will have to throw to first, and he does. Pioneers escape the 7th with no further damage. We head to the bottom of the inning, leading 4-1. Enjoy the 7th inning stretch. Faber back out there again. If you would have told me that Faber was going to we get deep into this game.
Number 14, Nelson Santiago.
The winner qualifies for Nationals and earns a date with Peru State at 4 o'clock. But that game is not even on the minds of either of these teams. First pitch to Nelson Santiago, fouled away. It's 0-1. He walked in the first and struck out looking in the second and fifth. He came into this game scorching hot, and Faber has pitched him well. The 0-1. Breaking ball misses way outside. 1-1. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Pioneers lead 4-1. 10 hits for the Pioneers. 4 for the 4 for the Vikings. That pitch misses outside. 2-1. Once again, the format of this tournament: the winner of the tournament gets an automatic bid to the national tournament opening round. The winner of the regular season conference title also gets an automatic bid to nationals. That pitch misses away. 3-1. I don't know where that one missed. Strike zone has tightened up in the last few innings. If the same team wins both the regular season and the conference tournament, the 3-1 misses down. Another walk for Santiago. The Pioneers have a leadoff base runner. Peru State won the regular season.
Now batting, the second
If they
base
win
player,
this conference
number
tournament,
11, Santiago
they are one victory away from that.
Marrero.
If they win the conference tournament, then the runner-up in the conference tournament qualifies for nationals. So this game, the winner of this game, will at least be runner-up in this tournament, and that will qualify you for nationals. I don't know if we'll see a dog pile by the winner of this game, but it wouldn't be unwarranted. We've got a pinch runner for Nelson Santiago at first. That's Jordan Mcleod. He was 24 of 26, I think he is, stealing bases this year. 24 for 28, 41 runs scored in 47 games. He's been courtesy runner extraordinaire this year for the Pioneers. Now it's a straight pinch run. That ball, breaking ball, grounded down the line, foul. It's 0-1. Santi's 2 for 3 with an RBI. He singled in the first, singled in the third, and flied to center in the fifth. Very streaky hitter. His hits come in bunches. Philip Graham still warming in the Pioneer bullpen. If Vargas finds any trouble in the 8th or 9th, we'll see him. Little pop. Santi's in that mode where he's swinging at pretty much everything. That was a foul ball. It's 0-2. He's got good plate coverage. He doesn't strike out very much. He doesn't walk very much. And when he's feeling good, he'll take a hack at whatever you throw up there. And when he's hot, he finds green.
Winner this game moves on to play Peru State at 4 o'clock. The loser likely sees their season come to an end. It might be an outside shot. The loser this game gets an at-large bid.
The 0-2 to Santi. Misses way outside in the dirt. No advance from Jordan Mcleod. Nice stop from Corona, and it's 1-2. One, two, nobody out. Mcleod at first. He's running for Nelson Santiago, who walked. Grounded towards the middle. This could be 2, 4, 6, 4, 3. They tagged Mcleod and got the double play.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 3, Jordan Jones.
Mcleod thought he could get by perfect, and he almost did. Jordan Jones comes to the plate in his first action. He'll stay out there for defense. Takes that changeup, it looked like, for a ball. It's 1-0. Jordan Jones on the season. In 44 starts at 264, 9 doubles and 3 home runs. Got on base at a 339 clip. Takes that pitch for a strike. It's 1-1. The 1-1. Breaking ball slashed foul down the right field line. It's 1-2. Jones very prone to the strikeout. With big power comes big strikeout numbers generally. 9 doubles, 3 home runs, 34 strikeouts in 44 games. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. 35 strikeouts now for Jones. He goes down swinging. The Pioneers had a leadoff runner on. Couldn't do anything with it. Faber, tip your hat to that guy. 125 pitches. And we head to the 8th. I thought this game would be well out of hand by now, and it is not. Head to the top of the 8th, leading 3-1. Nelson Santiago back in the game at first base. Vargas still out there. And it'll be 8-9-1. Burdette, Perfect, and Stafford.
Leading off the top of the 8th from Missouri Valley, the right fielder, number 1, Bryce Burdette.
First pitch misses to Burdett. It's 1-0. Burdett is 0 for 2. He grounded to the pitcher and grounded to short in the 3rd and 5th innings. Blake Robertson in on the grass at 3rd. Everybody else playing straight up. Foul tipped. And it's 1-1. This next pitch will be Vargas's 89th. He's got plenty left in the tank. He's thrown 59 strikes, 29 balls. The 1-1 to Burdett. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. Takes the ball. It's 2-1. The umpires checked. That bunt was pulled back really late. I thought they might check. They did, but when you check that late, you'll never get that call, and it's 2-1. Grounded towards short. 3-hopper to Brandt. He fields, fires, 1 out.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 25, Colton Perfect.
New guy.
So will be Zach McGill coming up. Zach McGill. Will be Zach McGill.
Now batting, number 16, Zach McGill.
Zach McGill pinch hits for Perfect. McGill, a right-handed hitter. Smallish. He's hitting .286 on the year. He started 16 games. Takes the first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. He's 14 for 49. He does have a triple and 10 RBIs. And he'll be in there trying to turn the lineup over. That pitch fouled away. It's 0-2. Vargas extremely efficient. If you're 2-to-1 strike-to-ball ratio, that's where you want to be, and he is just over that. 62 strikes, 30 balls. He's about to deliver his 93rd pitch to McGill. Breaking ball taken down. Check to swing. It's 1-2. Vargas flinched, didn't like the call, and McGill calls timeout. Vargas just kind of stood up there and flinched as if he was going to go, and then he stopped. That breaking ball misses down. It's 2-2. Vargas has thrown a ton of breaking balls. About half of them have been breaking balls, I would guess. If you can throw a breaking ball and a fastball for a strike consistently, you're going to be just fine. The 2-2. Breaking ball. Chopped towards second. Marrero handles, flips to first, and gets the out. Another smooth play from Marrero. Never in a hurry. Never excited.
Now batting, the
Always
center fielder,
chill.
number 22, Jacob Stafford.
Soft-spoken guy, just kind of wry and kind of funny. Real quiet, dry. First pitch, hammered right past Brandt at short. Stafford reaches with a 2-out single. It didn't look like Brandt had a good view of that one either. That was a late break from him.
The shortstop, number 6, Josh Bell.
It would have been interesting to see if he had seen it right away and gotten a better break. A backhanded dive and pop to your feet and throw the guy out. And that would have been pretty sweet to see. But he clearly didn't see that. Got a late break on it, and that ball was crushed. Fells now to the plate. The tying run is on deck in Corona, who's 2 for 3. Breaking ball, first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. Fells is 1 for 3 with an RBI. He singled in the 6th to drive home Stafford, who had reached on a bunt single and an error. Another breaking ball taken for a strike. It's 0-2. That's kind of been the pattern. 2 breaking balls for strikes, and then he tries to bury the breaking ball a few times. He's gotten a lot of swinging strikeouts with that. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and miss. Vargas gets him. Ends the mini threat in the 8th. Pioneers are 3 outs away from advancing. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Pioneers will try to extend this lead on MNUsports.com. Yeah. McGill stays in the game at second base. Faber's still out there. He's throwing 125 pitches. I love that. You get this in conference tournaments a lot. Hey, man, it's your last game. You're going to have 3 months rest after this. Blow it out. What a weird song this is. What is this song? It's just a fun song to sing, but what is it really about?
The bottom of the 8th for Mid-American Nazarenes. The third baseman, number 6, Blake Robertson.
It's got to be airplane mode. We'll keep it from doing that. Right? Aren't you getting texts on a phone there? No, never mind. I'll shut up. Gotcha. Nothing. Just ignore me. What? Huh? First pitch to Blake Robertson takes for a ball. It's 1-0. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Pioneers lead 4-1. Upstairs for a ball, 2-0. Robo is 2 for 3 with a run scored. He does have an error at third, but he also made a nice play and started a double play. And it was a tough error. I don't think anybody was going to make the play, really. It was an aggressive error, I should say. Not a passive one. We can live with those. The 2-0 pitch, taken down the middle for a strike. It's 2-1. Robertson hammers that down the line, just foul. It's 2-2. He's really been remarkable. I've seen players like him every year. You've got a guy who gets to play sparingly when you've got a two-way guy pitching or when someone's hurt or when someone needs a break. And they're usually an easy out, and they're just serviceable, and they fill a gap. But he's been on the plus side of the spectrum, and it's been awesome. The 2-2. Breaking ball hammered into left. The left fielder retreats. Still going back. Makes the catch near the warning track. Tell you what, at our field on a normal day, that's out of the yard. This is a big yard with a big gap, and the wind's blowing in.
Number 44, Brandon.
He hammered that. Brandon Marrero comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2. He had a bunt single, and he grounded out to short. Tyler Towdy pinch hit for him, but he's re-entered, and he'll be in there the rest of the way. First pitch to him. That was a funny little bunt try, and he fouls it off. It was kind of a bunt, pullback, slug bunt, slash. I don't think we teach that one. Clayton Brandt on deck. He's 2 for 4. He hasn't scored a run today, so that's very rare. He averages more than 1 per game. That pitch misses down. It's 1-1. Faber winds and delivers. Called strike on the inside corner with a fastball. It's 1-2. I'm tipping my hat to Logan Faber, man. The way this game started, I thought he had no chance to make it this far. That pitch taken down and in for a ball, 2-2. His next pitch will be 135, and the Pioneers were all over him in the first 4 innings. And that's another pitch that won't count as time was called. What's one more, Logan? Plus, he keeps limping and laboring out there. I think that might just be his normal gait. Is that what it is? That's grounded, chopped towards the middle. Fells handles on 2 hops, throws to first, 2 down. Pioneers looking to extend this lead. They'll need a home run from Brandt, or he'll reach base and steal second, and Sullivan will knock him home. Pioneers lead 4-1. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Brandt popped out in the first, doubled in the second, singled in the fourth, popped out in the 6th after a lengthy at bat. The first pitch to him misses upstairs. It's 1-0. If you missed it, Brandt is the 2015 Conference Player of the Year. The Pioneers have had 3 out of the last 4 of those. Breaking ball misses upstairs, 2-0. Ben Allison in 2012, Jordan Eckley in 2014, and Brandt this year. Brandt has a really good chance of being All-America. That ball roped into right. The right fielder's turned around, and it's over his head. This is definitely extra bases. Goes to the warning track. Brandt pulls into second. He's 3 for 5 with a couple of doubles, and he remains awesome. Burdette took a couple steps in on that and misread that one. That ball was hammered.
Number 5.
Pioneers would love to cash in on this run. Give Vargas another one to work with. Philip Graham ready to come in as well if there's any trouble. I imagine Vargas will start the 9th. Philip Graham has been dominant all season, but he is prone to the walk, and you'd rather have somebody out there who's in a groove to start the inning. Give him a shot. First pitch, lined up the middle. It's fading away from Stafford, but he angles over, makes the catch, and Brandt is stranded. We are 3 outs away from a Nationals bid, folks, when we come back. It'll be Vargas on the mound. Welcome back to Joplin, Missouri, Wendell Redden Stadium. Pioneers versus Vikings. Pioneers lead 4-1. We're in the top of the 9th. The winner of this game clinches at least runner-up in this tournament, and that is good enough for Nationals.
The top of the 9th for Missouri Valley. The catcher, number 9, Anthony Corona.
The first pitch of this 9th inning will be Carlos Vargas' 99th. He's been brilliant. 5 hits allowed, 1 run. That was in the top of the 6th. He's been working in front of all these hitters all day. The first pitch, the 100th of the game, is taken outside for a ball. It's 1-0. It'll be Corona, Skinner, and Duffy. Corona is 2 for 3 with a couple of singles and a double play. That ball taken for a strike. It's 1-1. Philip Graham hot and ready in the Pioneer bullpen if there's any trouble. The plan was to have Vargas go 5 or 6, but he's been awesome, and here he is in the 9th. That one misses just outside, 2-1. Vargas winds and delivers the 2-1. Swung on, fouled away, 2-2. Vargas set, winds and delivers the 2-2. Breaking ball, swung on a missed. Check swing. No, he didn't. Wow. I thought for sure that he ever going to ring him up on that. 100% I would have bet on that. Full count. Am I crazy? Wow. Corona lives to see another pitch. The full count from Vargas. Slashed into right. It's going to get foul. We'll do it again. Corona, really nice player, good hitter. Fun to watch, good kid. Shakes the hands of all the players and the umpires. It's a really fun player to watch. I like him. He's hitting .366 coming into this game. This is his 25th start of the year. 2 doubles and a home run. Another 3-2. That one hits him. Corona heads to first. He will be pinch run for, courtesy run for once again. Candell once again. And that's a leadoff base runner. After the apparent strikeout, boy, what a big call that was. And that brings up Skinner, the 4-hole. He's 0 for 3. Duffy is on deck.
The designated hitter.
The next several players are all 0 for 3.
Skinner.
I imagine if there's another base runner, we will see Graham. First pitch to Duffy. In the dirt, ball 1. Nice block from Marrero. I am Sports Information Director Chad Jenkins from MNU, bringing you the action today. Trying to get the Pioneers to the opening round of Nationals. Made it there last year. Breaking ball taken over the middle for a strike. It's 1-1. Vargas still plenty in the tank. You don't start to get worried until about 120, 130 with these guys. He's at 108. We're in the top of the 9th. Slash to first. Get an out. He throws to second for 1. Brandt turns. Double play!
Now batting, the third baseman, number 8, Trevor Duffy.
3-6-3 double play erases that leadoff HBP, and the Pioneers are 1 out away. Duffy to the plate. He's 0 for 3. We're in the top of the 9th. Vargas' first pitch to him. Taken for a strike. Breaking ball. 0-1. The 0-1 to Duffy. Tapped at the plate. 0-2. The 0-2 from Vargas. Taken on the outside corner. Strike 3. That'll do it. Duffy goes down looking. The Pioneers don't celebrate in the slightest. I was expecting a little bit more than that, but we are headed to Nationals. And what a job by senior Carlos Vargas. The first team all-conference third baseman throws a complete game, 1-run victory. And the Pioneers are headed to Nationals. We will play Peru State at 4 o'clock, probably closer to 4:15. But that game doesn't matter, folks. Enjoy the rest of your day. Tune in if you want to. If we win that game, we'll play again tomorrow at 4. If we lose that game, we're still going to Nationals. I'm Chad Jenkins, and we'll be back in 45 minutes or so for the Peru State game.